Hello and welcome back. Okay, let's unfold. Right. Now then, I'm literally going to go straight into time-lapse mode, but I thought I'd just say hello. Yeah, I know. Right, we are literally at the baling stage, so I am going to get cracking, and I shall see you guys and gals on the other side. is a good one. Definitely a bonus. That was a very good contract. Absolutely amazing. Right, so let's get back to the farm. In fact, no. We could sleep anywhere. Oh, we've done it. We have absolutely done it. Right, let us sleep the night through. 7. Oh, that is amazing. 7 grand odd for... And we've... Now we shall see what happens to the... Oh, wow. Now then, let's be realistic. Just headlights. We don't want field lights on the road. Don't want to be getting a ticket from the local constabulary. Now then. No, we're good. Ooh, I do like those backlights. They cast a mean shadow on the back of the tractor. Looks very snazzy. It's weird. I know they're a bit boxy, the case. They're not the nicest looking. As I say, it's one of those very underestimated tractors. I know I've said this before, but even the looks, it doesn't appeal really, and yet it's an absolute real strong contender and workhorse. Right, okay then, so we are going to speed up time a little bit. Right, let's put my lights on. So, trying to think of the best possible place. I think, all things considered, the best possible place for the sugar place would be right where these trees are. Unfortunately, they are there at the minute. We've got that, whatever that weird thing is there. Don't know if we'll fit it. No, the ground's very uneven. Let's have a good look. Let's speed time up a bit while we're actually... oh, I know what we could do though. Let's have a look at contracts. Best time to catch contracts is first thing in the morning. Oh, some decent fertilising ones. Reduce reward by 486. By 689. 30 and 9. There must be completely different places. Those 60s are all going to be close together. To get some reasonable ones, but they've got to be close-ish together. Let's have a look at the 30s and 70s. They've got to be completely different. So these are the 30 odds. 70 odds. They're not that far apart actually then. 73 we will borrow. Field 60 30, that's not that. Field 30 29 30, that's really close. Brilliant. Let's borrow items. And field 9, where are you? Don't want to be travelling. Yeah, it's right over the top. Okay, let's choose another one then, even if it's less. 63. And borrow items. Excellent. Right, so we've picked our contracts for the day. Let's just go and have a look. Oh, let's just speed time up a little bit. Now we've got those contracts, it's not so... Just go to 120 till it gets proper daylight. I'm trying to work out the best possible place. I think it's got to be roughly here. It's flattish. Let's take up to about 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's got to be roughly here. It's a shame, it really is with it. But then the ground is very uneven where those trees are. There'll be a lot of... Right, let's knock that back down to 3 again. Switch my light off. So then, let's just move out of the way. If I stand where the sugar cane is at present, let's have a look. Shift P. Production. Sugar. Now then, I've got to remember that's the loading bit. Now I always forget this, and that is the fact that the behind it also needs to. Now then, how do I rotate? The unload section is important, but also you also need to be able to get to the back for actually. I'll show you. No, I won't. It's too difficult to do. I think that is not far off. Let's see if we can get any better. But over here, is it better or worse? We'd have to do it sideways, and then it's going to muck around with the field. See, that would be actually perfect. Because we could actually chop the trees off later. But I think that's... definitely dearer. 82, but it is a better, it's more out of the way. Right. Let's get out and let's go and have a look at any... I'd like to get done any construction work on the land, any... got to get used to the new terms. Softening that needs doing. Oh my life, there is a bit. Yeah, definitely. Let's see what's... Not bothered so much about in the back because this was sort of... Oh, I've got to get to it though, haven't I? Yeah, I'm going to need to chop these trees down. I've got a good access there though. Right, let's get this softening done now. Landscaping, and we want soften. Soften. We want to zoom in, and we're going to have to plough this anyway, so that's not actually a bad idea. Why is that not? Very hard to see with the actual tool itself. Okay. Was some definite softening to be done around here. Now let's twizzle around. Yeah, it's definitely softening there. He says. Doesn't seem to want to do it. I do like the way that it doesn't destroy the grass and that was obviously something that the smoothing tool always did do on FS19. That is quite an improvement. little bit of softening there. No, it's not liking me to do anything to that. Nope. Okay, let's get out of that and see if it has, how bad or good it is. Yeah, there's a bit of a drop away, but I don't think that's probably our land there, which that's alright anyway, because we're going to be coming this away. So we've got clear access to that. Eventually I am going to make a proper road so it looks a little bit more. Let's just see, did that actually soften okay? Yeah, reasonable. So this is the unloading area. Right, now then, let's just check the price of... What is sugar this time of year? Bit mediocre. Yeah, very mediocre. I don't know whether it would take an average of all of those and give me about 750. I was going to try to be a little bit clever. In fact, to be honest, we're a bit scuppered. Let's look at the price fluctuations. If I remember rightly, this time of year is the worst possible time. Keep our eye on it. We won't activate it yet. We'll just put the let's get the sugar cane. This is where we need to buy our yes, we do, don't we? I know I'm talking in riddles. I have a habit of doing that. I was looking in editing as I was half explaining things to you all, and then didn't finish off what I was saying. So I thought, I'm going to have to get better at that. I half discuss something and then sort of say no without explaining what I was talking about. Yeah, so we're going to get the belt system to load into the trailer. That's my plan. Saves getting front loaders and all the rest of it. I know it's still going to be reasonably slow, but there's got to be compromises in this first year, and then this is, I think, where we're going to leave it, though. Literally just we've not actually looked at what is available today. Not that we've got any money now, which of course will mean there's lots of nice things to buy. That, I believe, is Murphy's Law. Potato. Ooh. Wow. No. Right, let's buy the belt system, though. And we're going to buy the Faithful Lizard S710. Ooh, we can change its colour. Oh, go on then, it's worth that extra 100. Brilliant. Excellent. One of the first new things we've actually bought. Wow, down to 5,891. Still, we have achieved our goal. We've now got our own production facility and we've got lots of sugar. I don't know how much. I was deliberately trying to ignore how much I'd actually got to see, so that it was a nice surprise for when we do actually load the sugar cane into. Now the one thing is, it's 2 for 1. Well, no, is it? It is with sugar. Sorry, I'm saying sugar cane and it's sugar beet. I'm getting confused because my Horbeleron, that is actually sugar cane that I've actually got on that, not sugar beet. Right, we do need to let's stick this over here. And we shall drive it on its own steam. We shall start its engine. Not too far away because it's a little bit slow. Right. This is one time I will need the help window. Don't use this often enough. So unfold. Oh, yeah. Start engine. Unfold. Turn on. Oh, that's for clipping on the others, isn't it? Right. Oh, wow, that's got a huge pickup from right over there. Wow. Now let's go grab the trailer and get our first use out of it. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. There's still plenty of room for sheds, but it really was the most redundant part of our land over in that corner, because you couldn't really extend the field an awful lot. It's a little close to the edge of the field. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. That building there's in its way, so I'm quite happy with that. It's not perfect. I didn't expect perfection. You can't. We've sort of tried to. But I'm just chuffed that in 1 year, with a very bumpy start, we've managed to do this. This is quite amazing. Now, actually, it's probably a good idea that I haven't got the extensions on, because I'm not sure with the extensions whether this would actually work. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that surely that goes higher than that? Please don't tell me I've stuffed up and done something really silly. It did say loading into wagons, but that would be a really, really small. Maybe I have. Yeah, that does not do anything. That is in, isn't it? So we're gonna have to load onto another conveyor belt that lifts higher. So for now, then, we're going to have to hire something. Which means, let's drop that off. So it's going to be then, if that is the case, we're going to need what I would normally use for. So truthfully speaking, what you really wanted then was the taller ones. One of those. I always want one of those to hire. Oh, yes. Right, let's go and see. Am I right? Crunch time. Oh well, we've got some contracts. If we did run out of money through being silly, then we could always go and do our contracts later. This is the last thing I am doing. I'm literally just trying to get the sugar into the factory, and I'm going to put it onto. I don't know whether to put it on storing and then look for good prices across the board and then put it on selling. I know that means I'm going to have to probably physically move some pallets, but in time we're going to have to do that anyway. Or whether to just put it on selling and at the better time of year, but then that means we're skint again. Mind you, it is getting to that time of year, isn't it? Oh, is this not one you can tow then? Is it? Oh, no, it looks like it's got a tow in. Yeah. Smash in. Now that definitely looks higher. So this looks like the likely candidate for what we need to buy rather than the small. That one's more for loading belts. Just it threw me with it saying trailers, but I really should know. I have used it before, but it looks even lower than normal. I haven't bought one in FS22 yet. This is the first one I've bought. I'm sure it's normally higher than that. But this looks the likely candidate if we were going to do what we did this year again next year and dump it onto the ground. Mind you, no, we wouldn't need to, would we? We could put it straight into the trailer this coming year and then dump it straight into the yeah, I'm being silly. Right, well, that belt I'm sure will come in handy. Let's move that out of the way. And we shall unload that belt into that belt. And then that. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Ooh, now that's better. Ooh, wow. No. Yeah, that is backwards. That is true. Right, so if we put that hopper underneath there, it should start to unload. You would have thought. Probably need to tell that one to unload. Oh, no. He's doing it. Excellent. I like it when a plan comes together. Can you see it going up there? No, not really. Oh, beautiful. So that's what we need next year, one of those. No, I keep saying that. They are good though, very useful with them being height adjustable. The S710's certainly got a good pickup though. It was literally picking the sugar beet up from about where the red meridian is. I did notice as well, talk about when we were on the contracts, how much, how they stayed on 100% maintenance of 100% all the time. I thought that's typical. If I'm running around in my tractor, I can watch it go down. It's that terrifying. When he only repaired this 2 or 3 days ago, we're at 77% and we've not even run around that much. So yeah, quite a slow fill rate, but I didn't expect miracles. I don't think it would be any slower than if we were literally loading this with there's 22. Yeah, I'm not going to put my last 5,000, or actually I think it's 5,500, so we couldn't afford it even if we wanted. We're going to put all of this down. I'm really intrigued to see how much got to activate it as well. Really intrigued to see how much we actually did gain, because with dumping it straight on the floor we don't really know. I need to prepare. We've got November, December, January, February, so we've got contracts that we can do in the interim. We won't go around that way because that's bad. We should go around this way. Now, do we need to activate it to actually make it accept things? That is the question. Yeah, we will make our access better. We will. Oh, that's a beautiful tree there, that big one there. No, we can. We can sneak past there, can't we? There is enough room. I didn't really place it to do that, but with being as we're facing that way, we can sneak that way. Oh, I do like that trailer. It's going to be beautiful, and when it holds 33 tons though. Not that, I mean, a 22 ton is good. Right, let's get this. Fantastic. I do love it when a plan comes together. Wow, I've lost 1% for the Brantner just running over there and coming back here. Seriously? It's horrifying. I can't remember ever being worried about maintenance on Farming Simulator 19, and it had its moments where things were expensive or things happened, but it didn't happen just by running across a yard, losing percentages straight away. Scary. Nearly there. Load number 2. Probably better actually if we go that way with the Brantner and actually come out the nice way. Does make a bit more sense. Oh, wow. Yeah, this needs definitely a few more horses under its bonnet. That's 22 tons with that is definitely a little bit much for it. Very quick to unload. Very impressed. Definitely scope for expanding this field though. Definitely. But I'm a bit torn if I'm honest, because obviously my plan would be eventually to buy the original farm, which is right next door, which has got plenty of room and a big massive yard really. So yeah, I'm a bit torn as to whether to expand this. Or whether to just put sheds at the back, or even animals in time. That is my eventual aim. I've not tried animals at all on FS22 yet. I've never had enough money on any of the Let's Plays to actually afford the extortionate animal places. Even to put a field down for cows is an absolute arm and a leg. Yeah, and I've not done any sort of Let's Play where I've cheated money in just to sort of test things out, which maybe I should have done, but I wanted to get straight into Let's Plays to try and learn the new mechanics and everything. So we're getting a bit, oh wow, they're saying how big this field is and it was 100% fertilised. That seems a little bit light for sugar beet. I've done sugar beet in FS19 on a smaller field than this and got an awful lot more. So please don't tell me they've mucked around with, for saying that should have been 100% fertilised. That's not good. 66 tons. Wow, that is shocking. Unless they've changed things, but wow, I remember Lone Oak, I had the small field 5 right behind the biogas plant, and that's got to be smaller than that, and I got fully fertilised, it was either 300 or 400 tons. off that, fully fertilised. So that's to get not even 100 tonnes. That's actually quite shocking. At 100% fertilised, that means that they've seriously, either something's not working correctly, or they've seriously changed how much you get from a comparable bit of land on FS19 to FS22, which is seriously again mucking around with how much you can earn. I mean, sugar beet is a really the same as potatoes. Wow, that is I'm quite shocked by that. I didn't think for 1 minute I'd get less than 100 tonnes. That's awful. So even selling that, we're just not going to do. That's rubbish. That means we're going to have 33 tonnes of sugar. That's absolutely awful. I'm speechless almost, to be honest. Yeah, I think we've definitely got to expand our field if we're going to make. Trouble is, it's now that we've put the sugar factory there, it'd have to be a weird change. Wow, are we going to get 88 out of it, or it's definitely getting down the piles now. I'd like to tell you one thing I would like to do, though. Maybe it could be my expectations. It isn't, not in comparison to obviously the old game. Right, let's move the S710. Now we need to move the meridian. Oh no, backwards. Sure, no, we're not quite close enough, are we, actually? I haven't done that right. Ah, perfect. Right, we might possibly get a little bit more than that. No, let's try and. Let's move this a little bit more. That should get that now. Let's grab the meridian. Oh, that's actually still grabbing it. I need to just pull the trailer then. Oh, still in the meridian. I thought it was close enough to the case to grab that. My bad. Is that it? I think it is, isn't it? Wow. So dead on 88,000, literally dead on. Wow. Yeah, the belt is finished, so let us return the meridian. We shall ask the shop guys to come and collect it. Leased items, thank you very much for the lease of that shop, much appreciated. Right, let's move our little S710. down here. It's not not hurting anything down here. It's out of the way. Wow, yeah, we would need to definitely develop this land a little bit for flatten it. Right, let's switch the engine off. We don't need that. Okay, excellent. Right, let's get that last. Yeah, I must admit I am quite shocked. That is seriously, when I consider the leap from FS19 for a field of that size, and 100% fertilised, that is seriously bad. In comparison, that is. Yeah, I was certainly expecting a... Whoa. For saying it was 100% fertilised and there were no weeds in that, definitely. Right, let's set this going. We shall set it on storing to begin with. I don't do it on selling. I don't know whether it... Alright, let's set this going. Wow. At least we need to make the sugar. Sugar beet. Activate. And... 5. Yeah, it is. It is exactly the same as sugar cane. Storing. Yeah. That's exactly what we want. We're going to have it as storing to begin with. Right, okay, and that is where we're going to leave it. I am a bit poleaxed, if I'm honest. That's 44 tons of sugar at the best possible price of roughly £1,000 is 44 grand profit from that amount of sugar cane. That's the best as well. It's definitely more than I would have got for the sugar beet itself, because sugar beet itself doesn't... But that's just... I just can't get over the difference between what I would have got on FS19, a quarter of the amount that I would have got in the same field. Even if I sell all of that, I'm seriously... I've got to buy... God, that is just shocking. It really is. Oh. Wow. I hope it's broken, because that is seriously really, really bad. We're going to have to expand this field, I think. I just want to know what that weird thing is. Seriously, what that weird thing in the ground is. What is that? Field info on for 1 minute. I'm really wanting to know. Nope. Right. We shall leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you're going to continue. I am a bit poleaxed with that, a bit flabbergasted, but we'll roll with it. We've still done terribly well. I mean, no matter what way you look at it, we've built that. We've got a ready-made business. Okay, so we're not going to be millionaires overnight, but it's still good. We've still got to. I think, to be honest, we are going to need to probably expand a little bit. We definitely need to... Let's have a quick look while we're here. We're going to need to replant. Let's have a look at these sugar cane. Let's just top this up in our head. We know we've got some contracts for today. What are we going to need? Beet technology. I've got the harvester. Oh, I'm being silly. sugar beet is actually standard planter, isn't it? I'm being really stupid here. So really we could do that with a small planter. Yeah, cheapest one is the Falcon for a 3 metre. It's not bad. Oh, and you can fertilise with it as well. 1400 litres, not bad. That would do what we wanted it to do. So that is not. Wasn't any planters in the specials today, was there? That would be like wishful. No. We've got a horn topper if we were going to go into potatoes, but you can forget that. I've done that already once. If we were in grass, that would be an absolute bargain. It really would. Not that we've got that money. Right, okay then. So, yeah, planter 15,000 we're going to need for that. But we're also going to need a cultivator. Or, I'm thinking of, I think what we would need to go for is probably a subsoiler that does both. Pretty much. Could get the combi plough for 10,005. That would do the trick. I know I could go for the 3 metre, but if I'm going to do it, I'd sooner go for the 4 metre. It's a good. Yeah, so we're aiming at 10,500 we're going to need for that, and 15, that's 25 grand, unless we were fortunate enough to get that to come up before March next year. So we're going to just crack on with contracts as much as we can. We'll expand the field a little bit, but it's going to be a weird way we expand. If you look at the field shape, 52, you'd have to like do a weird thing coming out like that. I can't really take too much of this. I think we're probably going to have to alter the field shape. We've got all those. So really the trees mark the edge of this, apart from that one there. So probably, yeah, we don't really need to take the trees out then, because it's all that blue line. Oh no, the blue line is a stream. Let's have a look. Is that right? So really that is the edge of our land. No, there are a couple that we could. Oh, it's lovely to see the deers. Some of these smaller ones, but to be honest, with this thing being here, I don't really know that we can. I don't know what that's going to get in the way, isn't it? Whatever it does. So really we could only ever go up to this. But there is quite a big band in here that we could do. So it would just mean that we'd have to approach the sugar factory. I think if we're going to do that, what I would probably do is alter this slightly, lose a little bit down here for grass or a proper road, and make this a little wider. Otherwise it's going to be too tricky to actually do. So probably make that road actually go right the way down to there. Make a road in there, but that's not important. We can use the grass for now, but also just to expand this a little bit. So then expand what we lose, and then obviously an awful lot more. We wouldn't be going through there, I don't think, anymore. I suppose we could still do that. Yeah, we could. We're not really. If we expand that slightly, that's going to be fine. And then literally go out as much as we possibly can with this to about here, and go all the way to that weird thing to expand the field to here, around this, and all the way back down to here, just leaving those trees in. So we'd get it'd be a really weird shaped field, but I think we've got to maximise what we've got for next year to try to increase that. Being as we've got sugar beets, we are stuck with sugar beet, and I don't mean that nasty. A sugar cane definitely would have produced far more bang for buck, but we've got a sugar beet harvester. We wouldn't get very much with it being second hand, so we are in the sugar beet business. If we expanded that, I'm hoping next year either this would be fixed, or we would realise that is the new amount we're going to get for sugar beet on a field of this size. But if we expand that, I'm sure we'll probably get up to something like 100,000, which is better. Anyway, without any further ado, it's a bit of a curveball it's thrown us, but we'll work with it. It's yeah, it is what it is. We've got our sugar mill. we've got our first production. Yeah, and we've got some contracts for the day. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Did I activate that? I did, didn't I? It's on storing. Yeah. 87,000. Sorry, I had 88,000. Right, okay then. Sugar beet cut sugar. What on earth is that? Sugar beets cut. Is that for biogas? Oh, my life. Let's just have a look. I don't get that. $500 sugar beet cut sugar. I'm not with that actually. Anyway, for now that is it. We shall have a look at some other time at trying to decipher some of this and learn the wonders of productions. You can't understand everything all at once. Just a bit perturbed because obviously, again, it's having the old game in your head and the old game your expectations and what you know that you're going to produce. Obviously we shall see whether this is just bugged or whether it is the new amount that you would get from a field of this size, in which case we're just going to have to expand the field and go that way. Anyway, without any further ado, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to continue on our journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.